No one? Zero? Nobody's here. Oh, Laurie and Nancy, you were here, but you're not here now. Where are you, Laurie and Nancy? Nobody at all. This is the most depressing start to a live show ever. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Oh, one person, finally. Is that you, Nancy? I bet it is. Well, we probably will be wrapping this up very shortly if we don't get more than one person watching. Although we've got 3 thumbs up. That don't make sense. It's Heidi. Well, hello, Heidi. At least you made it. Laurie and Nancy were here, but have disappeared. We probably will go with one more tune. All right, that was one. Let's go with one more. See how we go. So Nancy's back. I did see Laurie said she would be 32 minutes, so we will be wrapping this up shortly, guys. Let's see if that's going to cue anybody. We will be ending this in about the 5-minute mark, I'm guessing tonight. We will be wrapping it up shortly. So welcome, Nancy and Heidi. Glad you could be bothered to make it. You had to hit twice? Okay, well maybe go tell the folks over on the Discord that we're live. Because this is not being disrespectful to the two of you that are here. That's a little bit disappointing too. Usually by the 5-minute mark we've got at least 5 people watching. Anyway, let's turn the music down just a little so I can kind of talk over it. I could see, but I couldn't. Did you maybe have your volume? So there we do have a 3rd individual. We got 3 thumbs, 3 people. Things are beginning to look up. So we will be wrapping this up very shortly, guys. We will be wrapping it up very shortly. Down to 2 again. So whoever they didn't like the sounds of the tunes, I'm guessing disappeared. Wow. Saturday night, 7 p.m. 2 people and 4 thumbs up. Surprisingly, this is bizarre. No, I had to hit the thumb again. We had 1 person watching for a brief time there. So CSP TV live this evening on Saturday night with 2 viewers. This is a ratings disaster for the Shit Video Productions Network. Tried to schedule it plenty in advance, posted it around. No excuses. No excuses. So anyway, guys, I guess, what have you been up to? Let me know. Let me know. Help me out here. This is almost like drowning. Let's get rid of the music and turn the volume right down. Let's get my videos up. All right, so still only the two of you watching. So if or not anyone else is going to be dropping by, I don't know. It's been raining all day here. You all say you all. There's only three of us, Nancy. Oh no, someone else has arrived. Fortunately, the batteries, if you can notice on the Thrift Fam Clubhouse, have died out. But yeah, I don't know what is going on. Saying three people now. I've been working on filling my pantry. Did you get yourself out, do some more grocery shopping, or is this from the stuff you picked up yesterday? You did a lurking? I don't know. Maybe people are lurking, Nancy. Who knows where people are on a Saturday night? Maybe, you know, maybe they've succumbed to the virus overnight. They all died. And it's just the three of us left. Four of us, actually, because there are three viewing, although the third person is remaining secretive. Reveal yourself, third person. Don't be shy. So perhaps we will have to wrap this up shortly. Let me just do a little bit of something. You did. What did you fill? So what did tell me, guys? What did you fill your pantries up with? Anything interesting? Anything new? Okay, let's do that. Did I send it to the TSP crew? They were around earlier. 4 people now. Who else is here? You put ramen noodles in. You should be sharing your pictures and stuff to the Discord. We could bring this up on the screen in the live chats, guys, and use it as content. Saying 2 again now. So this is a little bit of a dismal turnout. It's kind of like, you know, if we were Alcoholics Anonymous, then nearly everybody's fallen off the wagon. But as for the rain where you're experiencing, Nancy, sorry to hear that. Okay, I'll do that now. Yeah, this is some good stuff. And you, Nancy, go take some pictures of your ramen noodles. Put it up there. We can share and look at it. Okay, I picked it up. What did you pick up? I don't know, Nancy. So should we wrap this up? That hasn't even worked today. Normally, you know, we say we're going to wrap things up. That is a cue for 6 or 7 Gusset girls to arrive. Maybe we should have called tonight's proceedings the Musty Gusset. Okay, disabled's going to be right back. I'm rather Heidi. I don't like using the term disabled. It all sounds, I don't know. Banana, yeah, let's try that. Banana, anybody's out there? If not, then I will be certainly binge watching this evening. But I know you saw my video I put up earlier, Nancy, about the down to 2. Maybe that's because Heidi's gone to go and post some pictures to Discord. Maybe they don't know. I did advertise it. Let me go and do one more other thing. See if this helps. I think I just got a click from a notification on the Discord there. So 3 watching and 4 thumbs up. There's Laurie. Thank goodness, Laurie. Here we are, 4 people now. Laurie's back. Thank you, Laurie. We were having a little bit of a concern. ATN's here. Wow. Here we go, guys. Now the crew are arriving. Oh, looking nice. Hey, did anybody like my there's a picture of me and Robert Elmau. Hello ATN. So it's still saying we've only got 2 watching now, so I don't know. So let's have a little look. This is can you see that? Okay. That's ooh, you've actually got the Prison Brand Manchurian Maruchan ramen, and that looks very similar to mine, and looking very stocked up. And Look at you. I can see you've got a little bit of a theme. You've got your ramen in the top there, cans in the bottom. I'm guessing that's beans. That looks like veggies. I'm guessing that is fruit in that one. You've got yourself compartmentalized a little bit like me. Great job. And look at you. You've got some hot Cheetos. Dang. I wish I had some hot Cheetos. Oh, no, they're just the crunchy ones. And, what are those? Peppers? They look interesting. Anyway, good job there. Looks very, 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 very reminiscent to my pantry. So who we got now? Any more? 3 people: Laurie, ATN, Heidi, and Nancy. We've got a very small crowd this evening, guys. So we might have to wrap this up. What are Zaps? They're chips, right? That's a brand of chips, I believe, that you can get down there. So we might just drag this on till 7:30, just to hear the pan banging, and then if we haven't got more people by then, we might have a short and sweet one tonight. I did have all sorts of stuff kind of in my mind, not necessarily prepared for tonight's proceedings, but I did have a couple of ideas and thoughts that we could go over, some things I wanted to talk about and share with you. Zaps are my favorite. I don't think I've ever had Zapp's chips. I do like my potato chips. So Laurie, what have you been up to? What did you have to do that would require 32 minutes of your time? You didn't have to go and give her husband a servicing or anything like that. Maybe that's what happened after last night's episode. The angry husbands forbid their wives to listen to me today, and made them enjoy some of their pastimes. Who knows? They are from New Orleans. Actually, coming to think about it, maybe I did have some. My girl from New Orleans brought me, when she brought the ATN's babysitting, but when she brought me the king cake that contained the little prepper baby, she also brought some chips that may have been Zappa flavor. They were spicy ones. Don't know if that helps or not. So maybe Darcy's working on the TSP theme song. We did give her the tune yesterday to work on. I did send it to her in a message. Maybe she's in the recording studio. Maybe she's got done with the recording studio and now is making the video with helicopters and snakes and explosions and a whole bunch of thrift store dancers dressed up as poo emojis or mini meat sticks. I don't think that's happening at all. That's from me. What the bib. Let's have a look what Nancy put in. She's got some Zaps, regular flavors. They do look New Orleans kettle style. They do look. You have the same hair as I have the same hair as Prepper Baby also. Same, we've only got one person watching now. Oh my goodness. This is I really don't know whether I should laugh, cry, or think to myself, you know what? Maybe just give up now. Maybe give up now. Why am I it's coming through the TV, that's why I've got the sound. That was a miss, because I'm casting. Sorry guys, I'm just working shit out as we go. Still a little bit mine says 2. Mine says 2. Okay, well, saying 1 for a second, Laurie. I don't think we've had this few amount of people in a live chat, even before the algorithm changed and you needed 1,000 subscribers to go live on your phone. I did experiment with a few live shows. Well, there's Kelly Kibo. 5 now. Oh my goodness, 5. We are beginning to attract some people. All right. But as at 7 now. Wow, that's a boost. It's better than no one. But I was gonna say, like, I did do a experiment a couple of times with some live shows before I had subscribers, when I had like maybe 17 subscribers, and I managed to get 3 viewers when I had 17 subscribers. So kind of having like 2 out of an almost 2,000 subscriber base is a little bit worrying. But welcome there, Kelly Kibo, and I know that you have watched my video that I uploaded very much earlier today. Very groundbreaking stuff, don't you think? So Kelly, yeah, that was something that was a little bit of a mind blow. And if you haven't seen that yet, we may talk a little bit more about what I discovered. Okay, there's another photo to the Discord. There's Aztecs. Why is Aztec not here and sending pictures of roses? What am I looking at? Oh, that's your I get you. Sorry. Your system. It's a little bit, I can't really read it. It's a little bit small, but I'm guessing that is your little system. So let me just remind Aztec we are live. He's posting pictures of his flowers. Is this a contest? Is he in competition? Hey, when TSP goes live, I'm gonna steal his viewers by posting pictures of plants. I don't know, but anyway. So that is what I'm guessing that picture was, Heidi. That was your little system for compartmentalizing your preps. It's a pretty good little system to have. 18 is going to be by, hope nothing's happened to the baby. Hasn't seen anything to the baby. So Kelly Kibo, you did watch the video I uploaded earlier, soap. What was it? Hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. And we run that through an anagram generator. And you would be, if you haven't watched it, you would be very surprised what you can make out of that in an anagram generator. I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. 8 folks now. It's probably okay this end. I just don't have the best eyesight, and I can only zoom it so far on Discord. You can't zoom in a thingy. It was cool. I know, Nancy, you say everything I do is cool. It's okay. But it is as cool as it was. I thought it was a little bit... Don't be sorry, Heidi. Don't be sorry. Maybe if I saved it and put it to the gallery, I could open it up. Yeah, I kind of meant it was something that I talked about very early on in this kind of pandemic, quarantine, self-isolation. Okay, it was. Thanks, Nancy. But I did say about maybe we should put some of these words and things that we're all hearing into an anagram machine and see what we get. And you got some very, very, very astonishing results indeed. Did Kelly leave? Kelly Kibo, please be coming back. Thank you. Come again. Okay, well, I did that this morning, Heidi. While I was having my morning smoke and coffee, I pulled up an anagram generator website on my phone, and I typed in hand sanitizer, toilet paper, soap, and yeah, astonishing. So who are the 8 folks that are watching here? Let me get rid of some of these pages and let's see if I can get it up again. And I'm talking about that website. Okie dokie. Hang on a second, guy. Right. Okay, so there it is, the anagram generator, and it's wordsplay.com. So 9, are we going to get double figures? BC said PNA cancelled the Vancouver. Yeah, I saw your comment on that. Your comment about that. We'll get back to that thing. I know I got interrupted during the video. I'm going to watch it again. So let's enter hand sanitizer, toilet paper, soap. Okay, so you can see what we've put in there: hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. I'm going to press go. Okay, so it's generated some words. There they are, hand sanitizer. Are you ready? Whoa! Guys, what the hell happened there? We got thrown out. Are you still watching? Must be really good. You did get a little glimpse of me. Hey, hoopdies. Yeah, did you see that? It just, my end, it come down, YouTube has stopped, threw me out of the app completely. But we were just looking at the anagram maker. Okay, so that's where we are, anagrammer. Hi, Jay Silver, bravo. Hello, Hoops. Glad that you guys are here. So, okay, I did put this in a video earlier, but we're going to look here now. We can get some. It was very weird. That just shut shit right down. So, as you can see, we put hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap into an anagram, and we've already pressed go. And look at the words that come up. Okay. And I keep going down. Pretender. Repented. Appeared. Prepared. 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 Narrated. Narrated. Pretend. 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 Hospitalizations are pretend. Hey, 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 Aztec. So we do got our trapped. Okay, guys. Narrated, exactly. So, guys, that is just out of hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. What's going on here? CT, what I did, if you are late to the proceedings, this is why you should show up on time, guys. I put into an anagram maker. Here it is, anagram generator. And I typed the following words: hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. And the reason being, because during the early days of this pandemic, that's what everybody was being told by the mainstream media pretty often. An Asian news reporter outside of a grocery store telling us, and shoppers are lining up and purchasing hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. And everywhere on social media, we were seeing the same narrative being repeated: hand sanitizer, toilet paper, soap, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, soap. Now, early on, I did suggest we should possibly put this through an anagram, or put all the words up on a board and see if there was any hidden message. So when you put those following words into an anagram maker, these are some of the words that you get. Oh, shit. Hospitalizations, entrapment. I've done it wrong. Something. Hold on, let's come out and start again. So just to show you one more time: hand sanitizer, toilet paper, soap. All right. And here we go again. These are words that are made. Ones of interest, obviously, are the hospitalizations, entrapped. So take record of any words that you think are relative. Prepared, narrated, pretend. Hospitalizations are pretend. Hospitalizations are narrated. Hospitalizations are entrapment. All things that you can make out of. Trapped also comes out of it. So all words that you can make from the words hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. Now, is that conspiracy theorist nonsense, or is it just coincidence, or is that some kind of hidden messaging within that? Let me know what you think. Strange. Put water. Hey, CT, so glad you're here, buddy. Hello. Let's see what some of you are saying. Laurie narrated good. Hoopties, whoa. Yes, weird one. What does weird stuff like that? We could possibly put some more words in and see if we get anything out. But just out of hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap, and that was something that was very, very, very repetitious. We heard that narrative over and over again in the early days. People are lining up for hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. Seems here at Walmart, people seems to be buying hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and soap. Now, I'm also going to go back and show you, hey, how are you, Shawnee? So I'm also going to show you a little something else we looked at yesterday. Let me see if I can get that up again. Behave yourself, ladies. Where's the photo? I can't find it now. Oh, that was because it was a shared thing. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. There you go. Can you remember this one we looked at yesterday about the Walmart? And this is what the post said there, that hey, a Walmart in Louisiana pre-made essential item carts for the elderly. Pass this along, love heart. And what we looked is they had a lineup of carts here where they considered elderly essential items. And what you can see is there's nothing but bottles of water, toilet paper, and what looks to be maybe kitchen rolls, kitchen, the kind of paper towels that you get. So bear with me 1 second. Now, what I want to show you is some evidence or examples, whichever you decide, you choose. Where am I? Right. Examples of product placement. So here you can see the blue, I think that's Kirkland perhaps based toilet paper. And here you can see again people lining up. But the people lining up have empty carts, funny enough. And I suspect that these photographs have been staged. So wait, we're going over to another one. Here we can also see product placement, the paper towels, and we can also see Bounty. And I told you Bounty and Charmin were very, very, very much part of the product placement in the pandemic. So where are we? So let's go on to another one. Seen a pattern here, guys? Actually, you know what? Can you see there? Look. Can you see what's here? Hang on. I know what we'll do. All right, is that better for you? Yes, here we go, guys. We're trying to do some show and tell stuff here. So let's go back. All right. Oh, look, that was going to be the thumbnail, but it didn't fit. Wait, people are going to be banging their pans in a second, guys. Do you want to go and bang pans with me? And we'll come back to this. Look at that, looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Maybe we should just have done that for the live feed. How does that work? That's a nice thumbnail. That's what she said. All right, we'll come back to the product placements after the pan banging. Okay, let me throw on a jacket. It's a little bit chilly. Bang, bang. All right. That's what she said. Indeed, it is a pandemic. Hey there, Judy Bell. Didn't see you sneak in. I say that using no facts, just a thought. What was just a thought, CT? I'm pretty sure every death has been. Indeed. We'll get back to this, guys. Let's go and get ready to bang our pan. Hold on. It is very nearly. There we go, right on cue. Oh, look what else is going on. We've got the cop cars coming out to make themselves heard. There we are. There's the lady over there. Hello, hello. There she's waving. Let me get my pop. And we got police cars. And so can you hear the drum? Look at her. I hope she's not on a jihad. Here's Roger. He's banging. Nice sunset going on over there, look, guys. Okie dokie, let's go back inside. They are still banging. You're getting quite loud tonight, and I've noticed somebody said is a form of control. And yeah, quite possibly it is. I actually have mentioned stuff like that before. It is possibly it started in the UK for the NHS, and this is getting used to people lining up at 8 o'clock each and every day to pay respects or applaud their government, so to speak. And the NHS in the United Kingdom are a government funded agency, but every single day at 7:30 the neighborhood comes out and they bang their pans here, and it is in I found out of the healthcare workers, because we do live very, very, very close. The hospital's just at the back of me here. So the guys, I guess, from the hospital can hear it, because it's not just this street, it's all the streets in and around this neighborhood. They all do it. I should probably go and do a little bit of walkabout. The police cars are coming back. Let's go and see if the police cars, sorry guys, they're still banging. And the drums are still going on. But I thought I heard sirens. People are clapping as well. But there is the sunset. Look, guys, that is a beautiful, beautiful sunset. Clear blue skies. It wasn't as this all day long, but sounds like I thought we might have saw the ambulance or something come by with its flashing lights. That might have been of an interest for you. But alas, missed it. But yeah, I do agree it is a little bit of a possible form of programming, social engineering, and this is what this is all about a little bit in my opinion. Beautiful in Alabama. Oh my God, CT, we've got Bam Bam. What's her name? Wham Wham from Bam. We haven't seen her for a few days, so maybe she wasn't that eager to earn her rent after all. But you could have gone in and said hello to her. She could have come in at a ride in your truck. Ba-boom, ching. Anyway, I might have to shut up some doors. It's getting a little bit chilly now. But I do like to kind of think of it a little bit of the people letting themselves be heard, and I wish more people would make themselves heard and get out and maybe make their politicians hear them. Snowed in New Hampshire this morning. Here's some snow maybe on the way here also over the weekend. Delivered in Georgia, heading to Hugh. You could pop in and say hello to Judy, CT. Maybe she could wave at you out the window. But that's it. Can we play with that app, Corona Gate? We will go back to the app if you want. Yeah, we did do some loud banging, Aztec. I'm just going back through a couple of your messages during the bang pan in here. Indiana, I don't plant any carrots. Judy, you in Texas, huh? Yes, in Texas. Bang. We ain't got just a few sprinkles, maybe more later. They are trying to tell the sheep to calm the sheep. I don't know, but I like it anyway. It gives us something to do each and every day, just like going live. And somehow the pan bang has become a little bit of a part of these live shows each and every week. So let's get back to the product placements. Okay. Right. So let me set up the camera again for you. How's that working? Is that good? So here we can see the toilet paper, right? And we saw the picture of the Walmart in Louisiana that had the pre-packed carts ready and waiting for the elderly, full of essentials, which was just a packet of this toilet paper, a bunch of water, and some toilet rolls. But the other thing you need to pay attention to here, this guy, he kind of has his, and this is very, you know, purposeful that they've put this particular cart, you know, the picture, the angle, seeing a guy, he's got his phone there in his hands, but it kind of Kirkland, the toilet papers here and the stuff, you can see he's got more paper there. But look at all these people, empty carts, none of them have anything in their carts. And what this picture is saying is, look at all these people that are just waiting up without things, that are hopeless, but this guy, he's got his stocked up, right? So anyway, let's move on to the next one. And again, we can see the premium towel, we can see the Bounty, we can see that the baby wipes. I think that's something, the Kirkland baby wipes, that are also featuring very hard. And we also got Huggies, we've got Mickey Mouse here. You see that? Mickey Mouse. And this is Walmart, but bear in mind, guys, these are all the part of the militarized industrial complex, and these, the Disney people, are part of the Brain Control Corporation. They own ABC, they own Marvel, they own Star Wars, they own everything. Disney Plus is now, you know, a thing. And again, here we have, I don't know if you can see there, the same bath tissues. We have the Huggies. We have Kirkland again here. Right. We've also got some masks coming on. He looks like he's got himself a rotisserie chicken. This guy's a bit smart, but this one, bread, flour, all Kirkland. Kirkland. Huggies is a brand name. I'm trying to see how much Kirkland is on here. Kirkland, 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 all Kirkland. Not sure what this item is there. Looks like a printer. Okie doke. So another one, look at that, blatant Kleenex, Coca-Cola, share a Coke with the boys, sis, more toilet paper. Are you beginning to see a pattern, anybody? Am I up the wall? Look at this guy, all the same, Kirkland. In fact, if you come in, every single trolley and cart has Kirkland. And again, we've got some Coca-Cola over there, out of sight. We've got more Kirkland there. Kirkland. Yes, it is. Kirkland is a Costco brand, and I believe they also sell it in Walmart. Part of the same company, Costco, Walmart, Sam Club. They're all the same. Hayes sings a lot. And you've seen a pattern, guys. Again, here are the Kirkland towels. Kirkland towels, empty carts. Kirkland towels in abundance. Again, what do we see in the background? We see the Huggies. All right. These are subliminal advertisements. This is your mind control, people. This is why everybody was out buying hand sanitizer and toilet paper. Again, water. Kirkland hand sanitizer, water. This is exactly, let's go and get their Facebook picture up. Here's the Facebook picture, the paper, the water, whatever this is. Okay. And again, have you noticed they're also putting a lot of Asian people in these pictures, and these guys, look what they've got. Their Kirkland brand water, their Kirkland brand water. Product placement, people, product placement. All right, Scott, it's not Kirkland, but this is what they wanted you to see. 2 packages. Here we go, clamping down. Kirkland, Bounty. There's the water. You see? Subliminal. Subliminal. Bounty there, look. Subliminal, people. Subliminal product placing. These are pictures that are generated in, again, look, Charmin, Kirkland water, Smart water. I'm not sure if that's Pampers in the back. It looks like it actually might be popcorn. But again, those are those green. We've seen these packages in the carts. Fiji, I'm guessing that's part of a Coca-Cola conglomerate, as is Smart Wall. I'm pretty sure they are. And again, like the whole stack, they're making sure that you get your product placement in there. This from the Canadian Brainwashing Corporation. This was on their national. Same brand things, Crest and Scope in the background there. See the same Kirkland. Oral-B, so this is what they're also subliminally selling you. There's more Oral-B products there. If you can look a little bit further, there are more toilet papers in the thing. And we've also got shampoo just placed there. Look, randomly somebody took a picture of this. This is, you know, not somebody's cart. This has been put together and placed there for the photograph. Make sure you get all the others in. So I'm not sure. Look at this. Again, Kirkland, Charmin, Kirkland, subliminal product placement. Kirkland, there's your water bottles of Kirkland, bath tissues. Again, another Asian lady. Cashmere. Okay, so it's not Kirkland, but what's over here? Kirkland. Again, Asian people. I think we've already seen that one, right? That's a double. So guys, I don't know. Were you paying attention or were you chatting through that? I don't know. But can you see that there's maybe a little bit of a pattern there? So what's up with you, Sings? Are you distracting everybody from my presentation? This is kind of a little bit why I don't bother sometimes, because half the time you don't pay attention stuff. I buy Ozarks water. The virus is probably in the water, lol. Maybe so. We're going to call it a geek out tonight, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the predictive programming, certainly stuff in some of the things that people may be binge watching on at the moment because they are at home and being forced to stay at home and Netflix and chill. Get your Disney Plus application. Sorry, I'm getting some problems with my camera. There we go. And stuff like that. Welcome to TSP, no one. Who's Dazza? No one. Oh, Dazza brought... Yeah, Dazza was here the other day. Welcome, no one. I thought you were making reference to people paying attention then in a sarcastic, ironic humor way. We chat and you pay attention. I know you do, Judy Bell. I'm listening to you. You and your product placement. So what you guys doing here? We're hanging out, chatting about stuff. We were just looking at how that some of these pictures that circulated on social media and on news broadcast and stuff about the panic buy-in contained many product placements for items, and in particular toilet paper, hand sanitizer and soap being something that we were informed of, that people were buying in bulk. And this was all the things that people were buying during those panic prepping days when people would add Wormwood. I want to watch Wormwood. It's on my list, actually. Now you've given me that, I will. So that's what we were doing, but we also typed in hand sanitizer, toilet paper and soap into an anagram generator, and it brought up some extremely surprising results, maybe even shocking or startling, because it seems that there are some hidden coded messages in there. Oh, Becky's working, lurking. So hi, Becky. We're all in Becky Pamplin's pocket now, I'm guessing. Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island documentaries. I've been meaning to try and watch the Chernobyl is it a docudrama, that's the word I was looking for. There's a 3-part series that I've been looking to watch, but it's supposedly a little bit inaccurate. But I have been binge watching on quite a bit of stuff, and actually finished the HBO's Watchmen the early hours of this morning. Oh my goodness, what a fucking masterpiece of television that is. Maybe not so much if you're not a fan of the Watchmen, but oh my goodness, that shit is fucking off the hook. And I'm probably going to watch the movie later, and I have been catching a few episodes of the animated version of The Watchmen over the last week, hence the little bit of change and upgrade to not upgrade, makeover to some of the channel decals and stuff. Now and again, it's a little bit of it's in my blood. I'm a geek, I'm a nerd. I've not made any secret of this. Possibly because I'm a geek and a nerd, I can kind of see more than just the movie, and kind of we know, as geeks and nerds, we're always looking for Easter eggs and little secrets and hidden references to other things hidden within movies. And that's probably why I have the kind of gift, I guess, to see sort of very, very visually the predictive program in almost every movie. But I finished watching that yesterday, and it was quite wow. Certainly because it follows on from the original kind of comic book story. Not the movie was changed a little bit in the end scene. They didn't think that an alien would be, and this is even more interesting. I told you guys, if you watch or if you read The Watchmen and then you possibly watch the HBO series afterwards and read beyond the script and the plot of the movie and read as to what they are telling you in the plot in the realms of those, and that will possibly explain an awful lot of how we're going on. The original Watchmen that took place in 1985 was a conspiracy, basically, and the most intelligent and wealthy man on the planet, who kind of represents the global elite, Adrian Veidt, his name is, Ozymandias is his super vigilante character name, and he owns media, he owns toy franchise, people to make toys and merchandise, stuff like that. He owns like mainstream media, movie studios. He owns fucking everything. He's got his hands in every single pie, a little bit like the elites, and this is why he represents the elites. There's a lot of kind of Egyptian symbology going on with him. There's the Eye of Ra and stuff. He's very fascinated with Alexander the Great, but this guy was a genius mastermind, most intelligent, richest man on the planet, had technology beyond imagination, as well as wealth to create the technology beyond imagination, and using a very a think tank of specific scientists, screenwriters, and psychologists, he created the perfect psychological event that, in his mind, brought around world peace. Because during the plot of the movie, the United States and the USSR back in the 80s were about to launch their entire nuclear arsenal with one another, and during all this wartime propaganda, talks of invading Russians invading Afghanistan and Pakistan. Maybe, if you take the Russians and the communists out and changed it to like a virus that was invading kind of Afghanistan, Pakistan in the States, it would be very, very similar narrative. But it was all about the World War III, nuclear Armageddon, complete, obliteration. But Ozymandias, Adrian Veidt, he come up with a plan that he scripted and had for many years in advance been planning and predetermined this, and using Dr. Manhattan as well, who was the most powerful person on the being, a person with God-like creation powers. He's omnipotent. He's in every moment at every time, future, past, present, everywhere at all given times. Can go to Mars, can create out of nothing. He does have the powers of a god, and this is a little bit towards the new religion that may be enforced under the one world guide, one world order, should it come to be. But this conspiracy involves a false flag staged alien event where they teleport like a special effect. It's not CGI, it's made from special effects from movies, and the script writers have written this perfect script. And then using technology as well that is of a psychological frequency that kind of fried everybody's mind at the impact that they teleported and dropped this giant created fake alien in the center of New York, killing 3 million people instantly. But at the same time, because the threat that come from outer space kept everybody in a state of peace. They were more afraid about things coming from space than they did each other, and they put down their nuclear arsenal, and there's kind of like a little bit of, not necessarily a one world, but a kind of global utopia peace pact kind of thing, and everyone's more afraid with interdimensional paranormal attacks than terrorist attacks. This is the new norm, and this is where we come through into the new Watchmen. Crazy 5G effects. Thank you. Laura's paying attention. So using 5G, using CGI, using a false flag event, we're using 5G for just for the reference purposes, but they use some kind of technology in order to fry 3 million people's minds and psychologically affect the minds of the globe, because everybody watches and sees this horror, and they see this squid and the death, and everybody then becomes extremely afraid of extra dimensional and intergalactic threats. Very important, you know that. And again, let's just point up CERN and maybe HARP as organization and Project Bluebeam. Thank you very much, Laurie. You're paying attention. You're going to get a gold star today, I think. And as I tell you guys, if you read The Watchmen and you understand The Watchmen, then you will understand what is going on in life with shadow governments, maybe where we are now. But fast forward to the TV series The Watchmen. Now, this takes place in the same line in the Aftermen, and they even reference the date, which was 11/2. And remember, the 11 could be the two towers. But anyway, it sounds like a reality show. This comic book was written in 1985, Hoopties. And even more why, because New York was targeted as a false flag event. We've seen the false flag in New York already. Okay. So fast forward 30 years to 2019 when the TV show took place. And people are still in threat of extra-dimensional attacks. And each and every now and then, Adrian Veidt, Ozymandias, the most intelligent man on the world, he stages and teleports little kind of squids, alien squids, like in a rain. They come down in a rainfall. And every now and then, this just reminds everybody that there is a threat from space, and there's also agencies that are set up, extra-dimensional security agencies that kind of sell you tin foil hats and kind of foil protection, EMP shield type stuff. Okay, so they're staging these effects with the aliens being teleported into range, so there's some weather modification implications going on there. Also, and they reference the, as I said, the 11/2 is the date that they staged the event with the alien in New York City. And again, this was written in 1985, staged false flag in New York, 11/2. The two towers come down, 11, But anyway, it does sound a little bit like a reality show, but also in the aftermath of the disarmament, law enforcement no longer have guns, and guns are prohibited. They live in a gunless society. No gun laws exist. In the aftermath also of the staged alien event, the fictitious president at the time was Nixon, and he ran for a third term. Beyond that, right, so maybe, you know, we might be seeing a president run beyond his terms in the future. I don't know, but that was something else that was contained within this, as well as a drug. There's a drug that was outlawed. It's called nostalgia, and this drug had tiny little microchipped memories, and when you took them you could remember your memories, and they removed your memories from your brain and implanted them into pharmaceutical nanobot technology. There's also cloning. There's a lot of cloning going on within the Watchmen TV series. But anyway, maybe I'm going on a little bit much. People are talking about food by the looks of things, futuristic much. I saw a weekly show like that. I can't remember the name. Live fast, die young, make lots of seeds. Well, I did live fast, I just didn't die young. Now I'm getting to middle age, and if you mean make lots of seeds, leave babies, then might even be a few more of them around. I don't know about. Some people think Obama will be back. I've heard that. Also, whether or not, I don't know. As I said, politics for me is all staged, just like the WWF, and why we're getting the WWE, I guess, is considered essential services now to watch the WrestleMania, which is coming up shortly, I think. Is it WrestleMania or SummerSlam? One of the two. But there's a lot of control going on, and totalitarianism in the police in the future wear masks to protect themselves. Masks again, everybody's walking around in today's society in masks in this this depiction, and this come out sort of before any of this kind of contemporary pandemic shit happened, but of annual plants that say hates wrestling. I used to love it as a kid. They can give me a cloned body. That would be nice. Well, sings a lot. Let's just bear in mind that it's been 30 years since they cloned a sheep. Do you think they just stopped at the sheep? Yeah, we've cloned one sheep. We don't need to clone anything else. And why do you think they were cloning a sheep in the first place? Isn't it? The sheep was the experiment, right? If they can clone a sheep, they can clone a human. And now the other thing people are doing in Jurassic Park, we mentioned Jurassic Park the other week, and how that introduced us into the concept of DNA and how you could clone things like the dinosaurs that roamed in Jurassic Park and eventually run amok. They were cloned from DNA. What are people doing right now when they get coronavirus testing is they give their DNA away. I don't know, guys, if I'm making any sense, or if I really am a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist that's too far gone, sees conspiracy everywhere and everything. Maybe that's a bad thing, maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, well, that was the other movie that was a little few years ago with what's her name? Oh God, she's the Black Widow girl. Not Charlize Theron. What's her name? Ewan McGregor, and she was in it. I can't think of her name now. It's not Charlize Theron. It's that other one. But anyway, it was called The Island. The clone army in Star Wars. This is what we're going to talk about. We could really start a train of geeking out and pointing out these kind of fictitious things as to where we may be going. But the island, in the island, there was all these people that kind of lived in fancy jumpsuits or wetsuit type things. And there's kind of like a dome kind of laboratory environment in which they all lived in. And there was a lottery system, and every week these people on the island used to look at the lottery, and every now and then one of the people on the island would they would win the lottery, and their prize was they got to leave the island. But what it found out was that the people that lived on the island were in fact clones of celebrities, and when they won the lottery, they actually were being required to provide the organs for transplants and stuff like that for celebrities. So they were just spare parts basically for people who had the money to buy spare parts and maybe want to keep them alive a little bit, perhaps like the elites. Maybe that's what they're doing, right? They're cloning themselves and have cloned hearts and lungs and stuff. Maybe that's why the queen's living so long. Oh, the island. What's the girl's name? I don't know. Anyway, but also, yeah, in the Star Wars, the prequel movies, we see how Chancellor Palpatine created and controlled both the Galactic Republic and the Trade Federation, who were both at conflict with each other. He was controlling both sides of the conflict, and was profiting as a result of it, maybe with power in the dark side, midichlorians, or possibly in Republic credits. But he put them both together. He staged and created the trade embargo. Naboo, his hometown planet, which generated the sympathy that put him into power. And if you remember in the second movie, Attack of the Clones, the revelation was that someone 10 years prior to the event of the requirement for the clone army had put the order in. So 10 years in advance, they'd put the seeds in place for the clone army that was going to be ready and waiting to go as required when the plot and script came into play, and the clones were already implanted with a chip in their mind which had the Executive Order 66 program into them, and that was the order to execute all the Jedi. Scarlett Johansson, thank you, sings a lot. Thank you. And the clones went off and they fought the droid armies. We have, some form of robotics. We have droid android phones that are a little more than spyware, just like the Apple phones. And the Apple, of course, was the temptation to Eve. They had something like that in the Twilight, huh? But cloning technology does exist. Are there cloned humans? It would not surprise me in the slightest. Are they living among us? Who knows? Who knows? It wouldn't surprise me again. A little bit like the Men in Black, although it was a comedy kind of Ghostbustery type blockbuster movie. It wasn't like a real sort of behind the scenes expose type movie of the Men in Black. It did introduce us to some, there are Men in Black, and you need to. They taught us that the only truth, like the mainstream media, are lying, and it was the National Enquirer, in fact, that was the only source of truth for news information. Everything else was manipulated and lied. They had something like that on the Twilight Zone. Heidi believes that there are clones. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on the clone celebrities under MK Ultra, and the Monarch program in Laurie, and there's a little bit of a theory in that why like Britney went off the rails when she shaved her head and stuff, that due to the mind control and the programming they go through at a young age. When they kind of hit a certain age in their life, they kind of flip out. Amanda Bryan, I think she also went off the rails. I think Christina Aguilera. But there's a long list of them that do go off the rails. I heard there are clones of the famous people paid to have sex with the clones. Again, wouldn't surprise me, sings a lot. The rich and the famous, when you've got more wealth than you know what to do with, and you have the technology and the ability to do these things. Like I say, this isn't science fiction. Geordie Rose, kindred sanctuary synths, robots, indistinguishable from humans. Blade Runner, who these? And that was what they were, the replicants, remember? And they were indecipherable or indistinguishable rather from humans. And that's what Deckard, played by Harrison Ford, that was what his specialty was. He could see through the programming and tell if you were human. Very interesting. She shaved her head because Judge ordered a hairstyle in a... Oh, okay. Jurassic Park is Antarctica, and again, yeah, I've heard this. Some theories that in Antarctica there is a warming kind of oasis, tropical place where prehistoric beasts still exist, because nobody really knows anything about Antarctica. Back to the Watchmen, funny enough, that's where the richest man on the world lives. He's got a little secret base out in Antarctica, and that's where he conducts all his interdimensional psychological false flag operations, and maybe that's where the real life conspiracy and elites are based, and that's where their big think tank is. So there, I'm not sure if any of you guys are having fun or not tonight. We did have a lot of laughs yesterday. Everybody that showed up seemed to enjoy themselves. So as I said, I did have a little bit planned with the pandemic product placement. We did have a little look at the Alga anagram words from hand sanitizer, soap and toilet paper, and we did a little bit of a chat about some possible predictive programming or relevation. It's not really predictive programming, certainly with a Watchman. It's kind of like we were talking about yesterday, the Da Vinci Code, how artists were hiding secrets in messages within their art. They're a little bit like now the modern artist in that respect. The author Alan Moore, who wrote The Watchmen, is giving us secrets hidden within his art. Or maybe they need the hair to make clones. They may not be able to make clones from piss, sings a lot, but a strand of hair will contain DNA. Maybe they want a clone. I'm finding this all very interesting. As I say, sometimes when I think of this in my mind, it sounds so sensational and fantastic. Sometimes when I deliver it, it sort of sounds a little bit different, when things seem better in a thought. So, as I said, sometimes I wonder if that might be why sometimes we get 7 people unsubscribe after a live or during a live feed. If you try to get close to Antarctica, you get dispatched. How many people have tried to get close to it? There was that expedition, was it in the 50s? When they set off out there. That was an interesting stuff. I can't remember. I haven't been in some years since I looked in that. I do recommend you guys to watch The Watchmen. I'm going to put a playlist together of the animated comic, so you don't even have to read it. You can just sit there and watch it, right? Because I know sometimes reading is a little bit difficult. But it really, really does. There was back in The Watchmen in the opening scenes, the one of the characters, one of the costumed characters, the comedian, who was a kind of represents like the brutal US military. He was murdered, and this is what starts a conspiracy in the investigation that takes everything. Soylent Green was a detective investigating, and they found out that another movie I've mentioned many times in relevance to what's going on right now. But the comedian, why he was murdered was because he found out the secret. He was supposed to be drawn in, like he did some pretty bad shit during wars and conflicts, and for the US government, certainly in Vietnam, was somewhere he was dispatched and did some damage and horrific things. But he found out the secret of what they were up to and the plan to kill 3 million people in order to bring peace. And he spoke about, there's the script writers, the scientists, the screen directors, the psychologists, they're all working, and what they're working on you wouldn't believe. And at the minute we have a very, very, very poor excuse of a pandemic being brushed and presented to us as the reason we've had so many rights and freedoms taken away from us in order to there's never been a fucking illness in history that the treatment has been to remove freedoms, liberties and civil rights from individuals. They usually trying to medicate or treat people, and the fact that they're quarantining healthy individuals and not sick individuals through this, on the fact that they might. It's all projected. It's none of this is shit. All this stuff, all these figures, everything is manipulated and designed to spread and keep everybody in a fear factor. And we've told about the MK Ultra, the mind control, and the brainwashing that is at play with the mainstream. There is an era. It's propaganda is legalized. This is why you see so much fake news. This is why it was implemented in the United States, has been operating under a period of propaganda for some time, because this is all designed and perpetuated in order to carry out events like now, because now the media don't have to bring you truth, they can bring you propaganda. And so many outlets already have been caught lying and manipulating and misinforming people about what's going on. I'm surprised anyone left on the planet believes any of this shit, but people still do. Even the World Health Organization themselves are telling you that it's a 98% survival rate from this virus. So when we talk about scripts and plans, people talk, oh, it's just like a movie. It's like Contagion. Contagion was designed to make us act like how they act in Contagion. It's designed to add the fear. Now, this is why Contagion has been trending for the last couple of months now, because people want you to enforce the fear through the fiction to understand the reality of what's happening. But the reality, really and truly, what has happened is we are being presented with a script, and the script is that there is a global pandemic called COVID-19 that is killing millions and millions of us, and will kill many, many more if we don't obey and follow the rules of tyranny that are being implemented on each and every one of us. Yeah, that's the guy that we saw coming out of the closet or coming out of the light. It got uploaded a couple of weeks ago. I've seen it already. That thing. It's a very insightful. Don't get me wrong. It's a very insightful documentary, but it's a little bit of a kind of rebranded, reworked remake of similar documentaries on the subject of Hollywood and the agenda. There, and we've had Out of the Shadows. That was what it was called, right? Out of the Shadows is the documentary, but that stuff isn't new knowledge. That knowledge has been out and around for quite some time, and I kind of think that Out of the Shadows was designed at the moment to be placed at the moment as some part of the purpose or part of the program or part of the plot, the script that we are being fed and drummed into that is real. And we talked about the Emperor's New Clothes, we talked about Chicken Little, confusing and convincing the lowest and dumbest demographic of society into believing it's something, then the rest are easy to pull in line. Once you've got the majority believing academics and stuff that may contradict, might not be listened to, and a lie repeated enough becomes the truth, guys. We are being fed a script. I'm not going to go out and say I'm certain that there isn't a virus. There possibly is. Is it deadly? Absolutely not. Are people dying in the numbers that they're telling us? No. Are the figures being manipulated? Yes. So what is the purpose of this plot? What is the script? What is the end scene from this? Now we're talking about that, and again, you know, why I'm bringing the Watchmen in is because the technology involved in that false flag fictitious plot are things that are being implemented. We have all the 5G going up, we have Project Bluebeam, we have Space Force, we have everything that could well be in place, designed, ready and waiting to go, just like the clone armies were ready and waiting to go before they were needed. Maybe that's why we now have a Space Force put in place. All these rockets that our good buddy, what's his name, that fucking Elon Musk, the real life Tony Stark, boldy billionaire playboy, extravagant experiments, launching things into space. What's all this about? What are they launching up there? Are they putting the props into place for us all? Are they ready and waiting to go? Is the 5G the power source that is going to fuel the Project Bluebeam, combined with the device that's going to brainwash and manipulate people, fry the brains, just like in The Watchmen? Well, that's the trouble with people who have been brainwashed. They don't see it, Aztec, and they believe that other people have possibly been brainwashed into believing that they've been brainwashed. Vicious circle. And this is the thing. Do you think the people in China know that they're as captive as they really are? Of course they don't. They're in ignorant bliss. And they comply and they obey, because they don't have any reason not to. They don't suspect anything is wrong. They're believed everything is good, everything is well, it's for your safety. This is just what we see in Logan's Run. Everybody is led to believe that they're being kept safe and everything they want and could possibly need is provided for them, but really and truly they are possibly clones themselves. They are bred genetically in a laboratory. They are only allowed to live to the age of 30. Logan's Run, Soylent Green, all these movies certainly have some kind of implication in the aftermath. You know, the reason of the domes in Logan's Run is the aftermath of a mass virus or nuclear war, you know, contamination, climate change, all the stuff. Greta Thunberg and a thunder cunt, how dare you. Frogs in water. So I don't know, guys, am I making any sense to you or not, or am I just rambling on? Vegan Vintage Geek commented on something. I wonder why Vegan Vintage Geek isn't watching. This should be up her tree. So what do you think the end game is here? Well, the end game is going to be the one world, and that was the end game in the piece, and that was Palpatine. Remember, once he executed the Jedi with Order 66, now we can have a safe and secure society. Keeping us safe, that's what we're hearing now. We're just keeping you safe. That's why we've got tyranny right now, is just to keep you safe. It won't be for long, just wait. And once the Clone Wars begun, they went and they went and they went and they went and they went until everybody and everything had been exhausted. But it was a safe and secure society. So I said from even before this, when I even was way back on the Marfugel show, and over a year ago, it's almost getting around to that time now that it is the anniversary of that event. But I went on the Marfugel show for the first time on its call-in, and I actually spoke about the Watchmen, and I spoke about the planned staged alien stroke meteorite event occurring, and that was what I believe would be the event, the cataclysmic global threat that would lead to a singular world government. Now we have a pandemic, we have a fucking comet, we have a space force, we have blue beam technology, we have 5G. Everything just seems to be in place to me, waiting to bring us this staged event. Mr. Rosa Rocks, well, you have missed quite an interesting show so far. Cybernetic, a popular robot in the house. Now, would I be thinking, Cybernetics, that you ordered that? I ordered that. And do you have a fish bag? If I'm thinking who Cybernetic popular robot is. So welcome. That's just given me a little bit of lift of spirits that some of my fellow Swindonians are in the house. Rosa, have you caught The Watchmen, the HBO? You don't get friends with Santa. Wow, wow, look at the big baby. Homer J. Simpson. Oh, well, welcome, Cybernetics. Another legend, graffiti artist, DJ, breakdancer from my hometown among us. Got some Swindonian royalty and legends in the house. It's quite ironic. Cybernetic in Rosa. I'm a little bit of a like the international ambassador for Swindon. The amount of Mexicans in East LA that are aware of Swindon, as well as the amount of Torontonians, and now the amount of strange but lovely, wonderful viewers at TSP TV. Now, also, nobody's ever heard of Swindon except unless they meant me. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to see you. Some old where's Colin? I was going to see him. So something I did notice actually. Let me see if I can find this on my list of things. Some of my photographs. Wiltshire Police, guys. Check this out. This is Wiltshire, my hometown. Swindon is in the county of Wiltshire, just like kind of Ontario is in the province of Toronto. No, the other way around. Toronto's in the province. But look at this shit. Wiltshire Police. Tuesday at 14:33. Notice they got the 33 in there, guys. 33. Online radicalization. Are you worried about someone? Are they repeating conspiracy theories? Are they speaking to people that are spreading hate? Let us know. Snitch on your neighbors. Can you imagine that? Wiltshire Police. Swine down. Pray that our asleep family members don't kill themselves when they wake up. I don't want to kind of blow trumpets, but I do have a little bit of infamy, should I say, maybe legendary status in my hometown of Swindon. It's a very small town, guys. Don't think that's anything to really be proud of. Snitches end up in ditches. You don't want to know what happens to snitches in jail. You know, on the outside, they sometimes end up in a ditch. Not so much in jail. You can't dig a ditch in your pod or your jail cell. So you do have to kind of wait till they're in the showers and out of the sight of the cameras and the COs. I'm gonna put up a sign in my sing. You're gonna hang sing from a tree. Darcy sings a lot and carving her belly with a knife. Snitches get ditches. Watching some more green shooting stars. Now, Hoopdies, a few weeks ago, you caught some very bizarre aerial activity, should we say, while you were watching the show, and you saw some lights hovering around, if I'm right. Now, Nancy or somebody else saw some lights this week flying around. Is it Skynet or whatever it is? And also I've seen some more green comets coming down on pictures over India. There was a crater that they was found in not Nigeria. It might have been Nigeria. It was in Africa, and I think it was Nigeria. This big, huge crater that was supposedly come from a meteor or comet. Now, the C19 Atlas comet is on our way in our orbit, and so big it has its own atmosphere by all accounts. That's what astrologers are saying. And again, the threat from space, just like in The Watchmen, the threat of the giant alien squid that was just a creation in a lab. Are these asteroids and are these green meteors and shooting stars you're seeing, are these things that are they props? Are these why Elon Musk sends up all his rocket? Is this why they've shot Space Force up there a couple of weeks back now to get into place and get ready? Is this why the Gerard Butler movie Greenland, that is due to come out on either June 12th or July 12th, can't remember, it was one of the J months, is this a reason that the trailer for this movie has been removed, taken down, can't see it for love and the money, because it contains a comet called Clark that is on its way to Earth, and the fragmentations of the comet are breaking up and causing extinction level events. And good old Gerard Butler, in every apocalyptic movie he ever stars in, has to somehow get his family to the only one safe escape rescue solution that is only reserved for a few little bit of the elites and the wealthy are usually the only people in these movies that get to go on the escape plan. I started freaking out when I didn't know what it was last night. It was you sings a lot. Yeah, you saw Starlink, I guess. 100 lights in the sky, and they were moving like planes, but not blinking. You try to get some photos of it, right, as well, if I can remember from your post. Do you have a biro? I ordered that. Fish bag, seed sower, sow the seeds, bazaars. Yeah, so this shit is going on. And actually, guys, I did have some stuff. Let me get my Bing up again. Here, Rosa, I know you're watching and you relate to the proceedings. So this is what I did earlier. Look, this is an anagram generator, and in the anagram generator, I put hand sanitizer, toilet paper, what the hell am I doing? And soap. Okay, so soap, toilet paper, and hand sanitizer. Something we were hearing all the time. That's what people were buying in the panic shopping days in the early parts leading up to and after this pandemic. So when you press go, which I already have, look at the words that come up that you can make. Hospitalizations: entrapped, prepared, pretend, narrated, so you can see for yourself, but narrated, pretend, prepared, trapped, entrapped, and hospitalizations are all words that you can make from hand sanitizer, soap, and toilet paper, all the things that we were told we needed to bulk buy at the minute. So did that just not blow your mind a little bit, Rosa, in Cybernetic? Yeah, it's crazy. I put a video up. Share it, Rosa. Put this video up on your Facebook, not this one that you're watching now, not the live feed. I made a video just about the hand sanitizer, soap, and whatever, toilet paper. That was the other one. So there is a video for you to watch. You can share it on to your social media pages, because I think that is that a coincidence, or is that coded message? Tell me, guys, what you think. It is getting a little bit cold here. The sun has gone down. Sorry about that. I did have to go and shut the window and turn my fan off. I like to turn the fan off, get some nice air, and we had some sunshine. It's coded, right? Woza sings a lot. Was that Woza to the anagram? I mean, I said this at the start, if you can remember, any of you guys, that maybe we should take these words and put them in an anagram and see if we can make something from them. And look what we found. Now, guys, I made some. I wish Almal was here, because I've got something. Funny enough, tonight's little show is called Live Geek Out, and Cybernetics is one of my geeky buddies from Swindon, part of the comic shop. We're a little bit like the Breakfast Club. We even called ourselves the Monday Club, but there was a few of us that would kind of hang out and a little bit kind of clued up and cool guys that would chill in those. But can I show you? I wanted to show you something. I did make some art using the deflated rubber Almel. I did position her earlier. I don't know if you can see that. And I was going to use that as the kind of thumbnail. Can your girlfriend do this? And there you can see I drew her Sharpie butthole and coochie, and I put the furry turds coming out of her Sharpie butthole, and there she is. And it was going to be entitled, yeah, but can your girlfriend do this? I don't know if that would be a good idea or not. So yeah, we are a little bit nerdy, indeed, Rosa, and I think I converted you a little bit to the nerd side and some of those dark and disturbing 12-hour shifts at the Catalant. You have too much time. We all have too much time on our hands, Laurie. Pandemic, hello. Poor thing. She's got a puncture. Cybernetic, one of my viewers, actually sent me that rubber doll. It's not something I make love to or get sexual gratification from. Christina P, welcome to you, my darling. I'm 15 now. When we started this, it took us about 10 minutes to get more than 2 viewers. Aztec loved the rubber Almel piece of art, but so Cybernetic, you don't believe what's going on. I don't think anyone does at this stage. It's when it started, I was expecting there to be like piles of bodies and stuff at the end of the street, wheelbarrows, guy with a bell, bring out your dead, bring out your dead, that kind of shit. It's not happened, right? It's not happened. Everything, if anything, is still as normal as it was once was. Just everything's fucking closed. So if or not, they've put us in, this is where I'm going from, that there doesn't seem to be, the World Health Organization that own this guy, Fauci, the one that's on the fucking news every 10-minute brainwashing and sticking to his little script, must stick to the script at all costs. His website, in his own words, are that 98%, this disease has a 98% survival rate. So why are we being forced inside? Or maybe we're being forced inside because they need to get the technology up to run their Operation Bluebeam, staged alien stroke comet invention. And as I said, the Watchmen, they dumped a staged fake squid in the heart of New York. Now, why do we have temporary tents? Why do we have temporary morgues? Why do we have the United States Navy hospital ship docked in New York Harbor? There's also one out in Los Angeles. Now, something before we go any further with this, something that is also every single disaster movie, the major cities of the world. Do you remember the Visitors are our friends back in the 80s? Every major city of the world had a ship over it. In Independence Day, every major city in the world somehow got some damage and destruction. Geostorm, every major city got some damage and destruction. Am I painting a good enough picture here? New York is already the World Trade Center 93 terrorist staged event, the 2001 sequel, and things are trilogies, guys. Everything in good form comes in a trilogy. Are we looking for the 3rd New York staged event? Because that is supposedly the epicenter in the United States of the disease, yet through the research of Jason Goodman at Crowdsourcer Truth, going to his local hospitals with his camera and filming and showing you that there's no signs of pandemic or overwhelming amounts of patients turning up to be treated. I've been out myself to the hospitals in and around Toronto here, filming them. No evidence whatsoever of hundreds and thousands of people turning up with symptoms of this disease. But maybe we've all been forced inside, out of the way, being brainwashed with this narrative, believing that we're a doomsday event that we're, the pandemic's going to wipe us all out. Everyone's feared. Everyone's got anxiety. Everybody who's sat at home, not at work, not essential, and has plugged themselves into the mainstream for the duration of this, they're probably too late gone. They're the, what part of stay the fuck home don't you understand? You're not going to flatten the curve if you stay home. Don't stay home. You can only go out once a day for an hour. Please respect the wishes of the government. They only want to keep you safe. Those type of people, sort of people that order biros in Nightwing 34. There's no way they couldn't have tested that many, and they don't even have actually. I do remember on Laugh like months ago, he was kerned on why states are buying gas masks in bulk, and now look at us. Lol. Yeah, why were they? And this is the thing, they bought them in bulk, so I'm pretty sure there's a fucking warehouse stacked with them. Do you remember that episode of The Simpsons when he bought the microphone, the breakdancing microphone that Bart threw down the well? But when Homer called in, he's like, hey, you got any of those microphones left? Because they said in the commercial they were in short supply, and the guy, he sat in a warehouse that was fucking full of them. Yeah, a couple. And that's what we're being led. There's fucking warehouses of masks out there. I don't fucking believe there's a shortage of any of it. It's created just like they created the fucking Wall Street crash and the Great Depression. They're creating this. So are we in place to be distracted by the virus, and we've been put in our homes, self-isolation? No one can go out, no one can work because they're getting ready to stage the big production, clear the set. We can't have anybody maybe watching or catching any part of the behind the scenes production that goes on to putting on a big blockbuster like staged psychological events in New York. And as we remember, the day FEMA, they were there ready with their triage in medical centers to conduct a drill. But the pandemic so far isn't the mass casualty event. The temporary hospitals are nowhere near full because the fucking hospitals are empty. There's no one there. Nurses have got time to dance around in choreographed TikTok challenges, for fuck's sake, when they should be, out and about tending to these hundreds and thousands of victims that the John Hopkins keeps spouting out every day, that rise and rise and rise, never go down, flatten the curve. You must flatten the curve. So are we getting ready for a staged extraterrestrial event, be that in the form of a UFO or an alien invasion or a comet? I'm thinking more comet now, because we do have these things coming into place. We do have visuals on them. That was what I was going to look for, actually. A big block. I watched the video you posted that, the presidential seal is no longer on display at the White House. It just says the White House. There's no presidential seal. When the presidential seal was removed, there's no president. FEMA is in charge. There's no constitution. There's no rules. There's no government in the United States right now. FEMA are in charge. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to, but go look it up. He handed over to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the agency that was created exactly for this purpose, to take over from government in a planned staged event as we are. This was always in the New World Order endgame. How to obtain control, how to remove rights, was through martial law and the introduction of FEMA that would replace the government as we think. And just like Emperor Palpatine, he was, I beg of you to give me emergency powers to fight the rising threat from the Trade Federation. And then they kind of brainwashed and manipulated good old Jar Jar Binks into requesting the dumbest member of the Galactic Republic suggested that they give, hey everybody, let's give Palpatine some emergency powers. He could really do with them to fight the threat of the Trade Federation that he's controlling. There you go. So once the emergency powers are put in place, which they are now, it's very unlikely that they will be relinquished. And I believe that what is the government of the United States, they are just being used now as public figures and public faces to pass on this information, because they don't want, they don't really want to spread the fear. They don't necessarily want the civil unrest before they get ready to stage their big blockbuster event that could be coming from out of this atmosphere, out of this world. And this is why we have all these temporary morgues, these temporary tent hospitals, US naval ship hospital ships in New York, because maybe like in the movies, when all the major cities are going to come under target, that's what's going to happen now. They're going to hit these major cities with fake asteroids or comets that will cause some major destruction. Boris is one of us, as he had it low, and now he's a better, and his best wishes. And another thing, they took this guy to fucking intensive care, right, Dale? He was, oh my God, Boris, emergency breaking news. He's gone to intensive care. 2 days later, he's back doing his job. So even in the worst case scenario, when you go to intensive care with this fucking disease, you can be back at work in a day or two, as long as you're essential, of course, and not unessential. Was it 3 days? Prison sign language. What's prison sign language, alias? What are you chatting about, darling? I'm thinking the more control, and we sorted out people. Look what our government did. We helped you, vote for us. Am I following that right? Possibly not. I hope the 3 days of darkness are not coming. The 3 days, if they want to, they can play God, right? This organizations that control weather, they can possibly open interdimensional realms like CERN. You could play God, right? You can manipulate anything. If you have that kind of power, wouldn't he be shedding the virus? I'm not sure, Laurie. As I said, none of it makes any sense. Tom Hanks, none of the celebrities that said they had it have died. We've hearing some minor people are dying, but everybody, like, I made those funny memes the other day about the World Trade. If 9/11 happened in 2020, 3,000 New Yorkers lost their life today as a result of COVID. In non-related news, hijacked aircraft hit the World Trade Center, where the 3,000 employees died of COVID-19 related symptoms, not anything to do with the collapse of the towers. Same thing if it was the fucking Titanic. Yeah, sadly, everybody on the Titanic died of COVID moments before it hit the iceberg and sank. And the trouble is, Aztec, that as it is easy to learn, then anybody would who didn't understand it, that was trying to decode it, wouldn't have that difficulty. But I do know what he's saying. There was some letters and stuff. I can't remember how he spelled it out. I'm not very good with such things. But as it is easy to learn, then it would also be easy to decipher. You see what I'm saying? I'm Christmas now, Christina. Who's Christmas? Did I say your name wrong? I'm sorry if I did. Yes, Christmas. Gonna ask prison about sign language. But yeah, there is. Hang on. Let's see if we can get some up. I'm getting a bit hungry, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to throw together a prison ramen, make myself some sandwiches, or crack open a ration. Let me know if you've got any ideas. Here we go. There's some there, I believe. Here we are. All right. I'll save that picture and send it to the Discord for you all. All right, that's going in the Discord. Maybe I'll try and learn and can carry out a whole show in just prison sign language, although that takes for fucking ever and ever. Need some Swine City vibes. Noodle King, yeah, yeah, we used to go to Noodle King around the corner from the comic shop sometimes. But I am a little bit of a Noodle King. With my noodle recipes, I do knock up some pretty delicious things. With just a packet of noodles and beef jerky. Yeah, the thing is, do you know what, Dale? I haven't had a root beer in years, and it's like available in every convenience store here. It's one of those things when you can't get it, you want it more. When it's available, not so much. I do got some Twinkies in my pantry. I'm not sure. Swine City was the name of our comic book shop. Swin City actually is a little bit of a play on the words from Sin City, the Frank Miller comic book. Hot Tamale had none of those. These are all novel for you. Although Canada doesn't have all the good candy that the United States does and some of the chips and stuff. But my kids call it a hookup. So yeah, a hookup, a chi spread. It depends where you are in North America. Is it zoom zooms and wham whams are your kind of your snacks and your treats? But yeah, no, I hardly eat any of these things anymore. Did you say you knock up some beautiful? I have knocked up some beautiful things. Beautiful girls as well. I had my share of pretty good looking girls. We did the EMP shield. Here it is. The grounding device. If you just sit on this and then take the cap off and put it on your head, that acts as your grounding device. It was like back then when you couldn't get it, eating a Twinkie and some fucking root beer, and it was like you savored every sip. Now sometimes I just dump root beer that I don't want anymore. Scandalous. So yeah, I don't really know what I am going to be doing for my eating habits. We're up to 1 hour 44 minutes, so we'll probably be wrapping up at the 2 hour mark, guys, because we don't want to go on indefinitely. But we have I think covered quite some interesting stuff tonight, don't you think? Or not? Maybe just rambled nonsensically. Big it up. Did we lose Rosa? Where did he go? Or is he sexting Nancy? Not Nancy, Darcy. Sorry, Nancy, I didn't mean to mean that. Darcy does like to latch onto the new blood, because we don't have so many men watching TSP TV. It's usually always ladies. The accent factor, bottle caps, root beer flavor. So yeah, we could talk about our favorite candies if we wanted to. Or not. Do you want to look at Robert Almau again? There she is, lying on the bed. Ooh. Yeah, we've lost Ros. Oh, Sings-a-Lot's right there. Sings-a-Lot's right there. I saw her, so maybe it isn't her. I'll take it easy. I'm out, bro. Wow. Dale, was a pleasure to have you and Rosa with us. As I said, we'll probably be wrapping this up in the next 15 minutes. So come and check in again with us, Dale. We'll probably try and get maybe in a couple of nights or something. I might hit you guys up and we'll try and get a proper geek predictive programming night going, where maybe we can I'm joking, Sings-a-Lot, we make these things. I gave up on men. Is that why you stuck with your Mexican? And the Ariel Simpsons. So yeah, maybe we did. Actually, Maiden Montana suggested that yesterday, that we should have a predictive programming night. So maybe we'll get some of the Swin City geeks back to join us, and we'll have a big old geek out predictive programming night from some of the old school movies. See what I mean? Obviously, there's stuff like The Stand, Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman, 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. All of these kind of have outbreaks. The Monkeys, I think, started. Was it the animal rights activists? They broke out the lab monkeys, and they were contaminated. Yeah, because it must be late at night over there, guys. Do it. I'll give you guys a heads up and drop you a link or something if I do plan it in advance. But that would be a fun thing to do. So blessings to my Swindonians, and all my love back to the old folk back in the old town. get yourself down to York Road and have a bag of chips and a sausage and batter for me. So, guy, yeah, 1:45 now. It's nearly 9 o'clock my time. I do want to get something to eat, and I do want to sort of get back into my my binging. On that Simpson character you fixed on Ariel. I can't remember the Simpson character Ariel. Oh, on my Ariel. Yeah, that's right. I did have a Simpson character on my Ariel on my car. Yeah, sorry, Ariel. I was thinking you were talking about fucking the Little Mermaid. Yeah, antenna. Sorry, I've been in the States too long. My kind of accent and vocabulary has changed a little bit. Rosa even said I sound a bit Canadian from times to time. I don't know. If my husband don't work out, then I will go back to women. Don't let husbands stop you. Yeah, I did have a Simpson character on my Ariel. That is right. My God, I forgot all about that. Some of the things you remember. You go, girl. Yeah, do what you need to do, Christine. And as I said, don't let husbands stop you. I've met wives that have not let their husbands stop them doing much. Now with yeah, it takes a while. This is kind of crazy. Some stuff I can remember with almost picture perfect clarity. Other stuff just doesn't exist anymore. And sadly, some of the things I'd gladly forget have replaced the things I'd rather remember. A little bit dark and poignant there. So I'm going to start rolling my after show spliff. I've got some very nice critical kush here. I don't know if you can see that nice nugget. 27% THC, Rosa. Smells beautiful. Not as nice as Darcy's freshly clean coochie. It does actually smells nicer than that. Weed does smell much nicer than coochie. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Aztec, does weed smell nicer than coochie? No, I am insecure. If I bring a woman, I will feel he will take her more. Yeah, that can be a problem with those kind of situations, Christina. Make sure she's got like a virus or an odor or something, and try and find she's not as cute as you. I don't know if that's good advice or not. Don't take my advice. I am single, and by choice. Really and truly, I don't want to be getting into crazy old relationships. All women have ever done is damaged me. Oh my God, Rosa, you should have been here yesterday because we went full on comedy at some point. I don't know where the transition between a little bit of truth to full out comedy, but yeah, check out yesterday's show. That was was a laugh-a-thon. Everybody was like dying at some point. I think somebody even peed themselves a little bit. I can't remember who, but someone said that they did pee themselves. I got to feed the mother-in-law. See you Monday. Busy tomorrow watching kids. Okay, Laurie, enjoy your Sunday off and feeding the mother-in-law. Christina, I would like women to look more like a man if he doesn't like that. That's the thing I've often wondered about, like these. Please don't take any offense from this. There, it is kind of mostly designed as kind of humorous intent, as it's not malicious intent, but there is some observational here. There are a lot of kind of girls like they're lesbians to look like men. Then why wouldn't they just go with them? I don't understand. Like, you know, I don't like my girls to look like men. I like my girls to look like girls. And I did have this experience one with a girl who had very, very short hair, and she's a skier, and she's a little bit muscular, and like I kind of looked down on her a little bit in a sort of, you know, that kind of situation, and it just looked like a man was down there, and it kind of just killed anything we ever could have had. But anyway, we won't go too far in that. But yesterday was a very, very, very funny show. It is always. It's great to see you guys. I wish it wasn't, under the pandemic circumstances. But we should get together a little bit more often and maybe have a Swin City reunion party show. We can invite some of the thrift store guests as well. I wish I had my little. I've got an Alf figurine somewhere at home. I do want to get an Alf figurine. Actually, Cybernetic. Let me show you something before I go because she's here and she does the voice. Look at this shoebox. My viewer Hoopty, she's in the audience tonight. She sent me this full of stuff, and it's a shoebox. But look how fucking cool that is. It's a Ghetto Blaster. It's not as cool as a Seisho bag, and half these people in here don't even know what a Seisho bag is at all. But if I can find them, I don't know what. I've got a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids cards, but in a package. But I can't find. Oh yes, I can. They're right there. Look, check this. Okay, so I've got. Do you remember these? Look, there's what one's that? I can't see. Alice Island. DDT. What one was that one called? Hothead Harvey. Stunned Sean. Look at Stunned Sean. That one's my favorite. Charred Chad. He's like Godzilla. I love Godzilla. Oh, that was a bit disturbing. Pizzagate, anyone? What's his name? Hamburger Patty. Yeah, that is some fucking weird Pizzagate shit right there. Oh man. Orange is the new black. There's a Space Invader one. And that guy. But look at this cybernetic robot packaged. Still in the pack. The 4th series. It's still got the gum. I can feel the gum. I almost want to open them to try the gum. How old would that gum be? Is there a date on the back? I'm trying to see if there are any dates on it. Is that 1986 or 1986? Hoopty sent me those. Is that 86 or 96? 1986, look. Unopened cards. 30 odd years old, people. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. So fresh they are, right? And they're even looking packaged. Mint condition almost. I ordered that. So yeah, there's a little bit of geekiness. I had another dream last night on an orchard of tornadoes. That sounds disturbing. Oh, I'm back. I had to leave, and we wondered where you were, Judy Bell. So that's killed a few of those minutes as I was trying to round it up to the 2-hour mark. So we wondered where you went, Judy Bell. But anyway, we are going to be wrapping this up very, very shortly. It is getting near the 2 marks. Look at that, guys. Swindonians and tell you that's how you roll up with 3 little skins. I had to help Steve out back. Oh yeah, your cell is cracking the whip again, I guess, is he, Judy Bell? Poor baby. Maybe get him to dig a ditch and then crack him over the head with a spade and bury him alive. Or rub him in sardine oil and a 3-skinner. I actually made a 4-skin roll-in ASMR video. It was rolling a 4-skin spliff, but I've tried to play on words. Excuse me, bit of a burp there. Clickbait, 4-skin rolling. I know you can't leave. Never can say goodbye when Cybernetic gets that feeling and he's heading for the door. He gets that dizzy Swin City ceiling and he wants a little bored nostalgia. Oh, why? Sorry, that's my bad. I did promise you some bad white boy rapping at some point, Rosa, and you said no, no, no. But I'm not gonna sting your night tonight with some of my rhyming like that. But I could also maybe do a little bit. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. When I go to the clubs, I wait in line, motherfucker. Remember that? Actually, Rosa, do you know what I was thinking of the other day? Is actually I think it was if I did mention it in the other show, forgive me. But after you did check out, do you remember my ringtone, the Headless Horseman that I made? Yeah, I can't even remember if that's how it went. The Headless Horseman. That used to accompany. That was the soundtrack of our days at work. The Headless Horseman ringtone I made. Sings a lot actually is working on a theme tune for me. I did send her some music that I liked. Maybe once she's put it together, I could give it to Colin and Dale to do some remix version. How's that song coming along anyway, Sings? Did you put any work and effort into it today? I did send you the music, right? The Headless Horseman. I wonder where that is now. If anyone still has a copy of the Headless Horseman ringtone. The reason I thought of it because I wanted it for my like for the intro to the show. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I actually want to try and see if I can twist Colin's arm into making me a TSP TV graph, or even Cybernetic if he's around. But these guys are a little bit handy with spray cans, so maybe if they got time and wanted to. Glynis, did you just arrive? Glynis, it's like fucking 50 seconds till we sign out. I fell asleep listening to the Bible audio. Yeah, that does sound like the sort of thing that would send you to sleep. Although I've never listened to the Bible one audio. I think I had Jonah, the story of Jonah on tape that come with an accompanied book that when the whale squirted, you turned the page. Judy, yes, they do. All right. So anyway, I am rolling to go and smoke. You are the gusset tonight. I was thinking of calling tonight's live show the Musty Gusset. Maybe we could have a late night show called the Musty Gusset, and we will go all out dark and just full on inappropriate comedy. The Musty Gusset. I don't know. We have lots of ideas in these live shows that never come to be. Laurie, you said we wanted to put some more stuff through the anagram maker. Maybe we'll do that in the shop, the show tomorrow night. Maybe someone else could. I'm not a songwriter. I can't. You can sings a lot. You sung the TSP song the other week. It was amazing. It doesn't have to be, we're not looking for Bohemian Rhapsody or Stairway to Heaven or anything like that. Sings a lot, it could be just something as simple as, Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's it. I sent your package today. You should. Oh, Glynis, you are a superstar. Hopefully, we can do an unboxing video. I do like making the unboxing videos. They're good fun. I don't think my candy from Japan's ever coming. You too, brother. Catch you. And the next time, as I say, you can never say goodbye. Everybody wants the TSP live shows to go. Nobody can be bothered to turn up at the beginning of them, but towards the end, nobody wants them to stop. What can I say about that? But I do need to pee. I do need a little smoke, and I do need to eat. So let me know, guys. Has it been a fun, informative, entertaining show tonight, or would you have rather watched paint dry? I mean, if it wasn't so cold, I would take you outside for a smoke with me, and I have taken piss breaks on. It does. You're right, Heidi. It does. Even your name says you sing a lot of. It does, right? It's a bit misleading. It's kind of like me being called the vegan prepper, right? Thanks for joining us. For me, not so much. Yes, very fun, my chat. It's always fun for you, um, Nancy. Always fun. I hope everyone has a great evening. Well, it's going to be as great as we can be. I think for most of us, the greatest part has come to a little bit of an end. It's going to be downhill for you. There's not going to be any replacement for TSP, your TSP fix for the rest of the night. But I do suggest you do go and start watching the Watchmen HBO series. Very, very interesting, especially the particular individual that is trying to become president and why he's becoming president. It might look a little bit differently at Mr. Trump after that. But anyway, guys, let's wrap this shit right the fuck up right now, and we will. Yeah, don't get me started on vegans, but they're playing their part in where we're going for sure. Soylent Green, Logan's Run, vegan, vegetarian, plant-based diets will be the QAnon one world passive world order diet of choice, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, guys, that might be a little bit of teaser or chat for another day, or another topic. Remind me, because I might forget, if you want to hear that. And we will see you in the next one. So guys, this is, as you know, a shit video production for TSP TV Live, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, keep it thrifty, people, and be excellent to one another, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.